Hey there, everyone. As you can see, I am outside because I'm on my lunch break. And so I'm going to try to get through this as concise and time oriented as possible. So, my name is Anim Awe. I am from Boston and I'm the owner of Awe Support Services. And through that, I've been able to create several courses that live on my website and various other arenas for the purpose of selling and repurposing them for, whether it's trainings and, licensing them out. We can get into that as well. So I have lots of experience that qualifies me to do this. And I'm doing this for free because why not, right? Somebody did it for me. So I'm just giving it back, turning back the favor. So I just want to make sure I hit on a couple really important areas. So the first thing I want to start off with is that you're here because, or you're listening to this because you have an idea, you have a topic area that you want to develop a course. And honestly, that is the toughest part, creating the content around the course. And so when you create the content, you have to decide, do you want to show up on video like this? Or do you want to simply create like a PDF format and kind of upload? Whichever you do is great, but you want to think about some of the learning and development principles, especially as it relates to adult learning, or are you teaching kids? Keep that into consideration as you're building out this course, because I know for sure that that is going to be important in developing that course and how people are able to not only access but retain the information around the course. And so you'll see me, I have my phone here because I took a lot of detailed notes that I wanted to make sure that I got to you all. So speaking to, understanding your topic, understanding the learning development style, you also want to understand for yourself and your audience, what are the key objectives, right? What are the key objectives? And when somebody's taking your course, they're going to take away from that, and keep that in mind as you're developing the content around your course. And then let's talk about choosing a platform, because I think this is where people often get confused. So there are so many platforms that you could use to build out a course. You could build out a course on YouTube and have it on private, and send people a link to access. They pay and they access the course. So we don't have to necessarily overthink it. But typically, or generally, when people are thinking about courses, you're thinking about using platforms such as Teachable, Udemy, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, Thinkific, Kajabi, Padaya, Learn Worlds, Skillshare, Coursera, or edX. I'm going to stop there, but all those platforms are platforms where you can house these courses, right? So remember, my earlier point was around thinking about the content, thinking about what you want to teach. And so once you've developed that strategy for yourself, and whether you're going to show up on video, or you're going to do a mixture of slides and video, or you're going to record yourself going through your lecture and use that as the actual course, you can then upload those to the various course platforms that I mentioned. And so I'll just share it again. Some of the popular ones are Teachable. I've used that. Udemy, I've used that. I've even taken courses on that. I've also used Thinkific, Kajabi. They're really big. They have like a really great CRM, customer service. I can't remember, customer service management tool of some sorts. Like, so you can email people, give them updates. Like, if you're really technical, you want to get into all those layers, that's a really cool platform to use. Padaya, Learn Worlds, Skillshare. I've heard really great things about Skillshare. A lot of people use it as like a side hustle to teach about different things that they're really competent in, and kind of list their courses in there, and people pay into those courses. And people could also pay into tutoring, or paying for you to tutor them around that subject matter area, because you are the subject matter expert. So yeah, once you develop the idea, the concept, really understand who your audience is and understand how they might learn best, and then begin to sort of decide what platform you want to use. So of those platforms, you can do your research. Thinkific tends to be really, 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 really big. Whereas something like Podaya, I would say something around, I would describe it as like simple, and for more individuals who are looking to sell digital products and just kind of house it there. Whereas, like I said, Kajabi is like an all-in-one business platform. It has email marketing, text marketing, like it has all these different features, which also can coincide with how much you might be looking to pay. So the different price points also might be something to consider and maybe a factor for some, may not be the case for all, but definitely something that you want to consider with those different platforms. So just to kind of bring everything full circle, the biggest thing about creating a course is that you want to make sure that, again, what are you teaching? Who are you teaching it for, right? And how do those people learn best? You want to make sure that the content is accessible to people, right? So, like, accessibility means a various amount of things, right? So for the hard of hearing, will there be closed captioning options for for people who need that, right? And so you want to take all those things into consideration. Do you want to show up on video, or you simply want to just upload a lecture? That's okay too, right? Because you can use Canva, create beautiful slides, detailed slides about whatever the area is, and you can use that and you can upload that, and that is a course, right? And a lot of these platforms, particularly like Kajabi, which is that all-in-one business platform, you can direct people back to Kajabi to purchase the course, right? And so Kajabi probably has Shopify or something like that on the back end, and then you'll receive your money in your business bank account. It's really a seamless process. The most important thing is to decide what you want to teach about and create the content. Create the content. There are so many platforms. You just have to decide what platform works for you based on finances, based on how large of an audience you may or may not have. Those things are going to be really important for you. And so that's honestly the biggest thing. I just want to make sure I go through my notes that I got every part of this. And so after you develop your topic, your learning objectives, your course structure and content, those type of things. You want to make sure that you also invest significantly in marketing, right? If people don't know about your course, how will they buy your course, right? And so when you think about the platforms that you want to use, considering like Kajabi has email marketing, text messages, those things are going to be really important for you in order to really leverage those services to tap into your audience. Or if you have really big audiences, whether on YouTube or on any other social media platform, you can have a direct link in your bio, like a lot of us do. That's a great way to pull people over. But marketing is going to determine the success of your course for sure. So do not undermine, do not skip that. Marketing is very, very, very important. And then finally, you just got to launch. You just got to do it. You got to pull the trigger. Probably shouldn't have said that word given the current climate of this country and that I'm in Georgia right now. But you really just sometimes we get so caught up in our heads, sometimes we get so caught up in the details, sometimes we get so caught up in analysis paralysis where we psych ourselves out of doing something. Sometimes you just got to take that leap and trust what you're doing. And one of the things for me, I always say that I never ever fail anything. All I can do is simply learn, refine, and move forward, right? So I'm not afraid to try. I'm not afraid to take that step forward. I'm not afraid to, just go out there and just give it my all. And, I will learn and continue to refine as I go. So don't get too caught up in analysis paralysis. Don't get too caught up in the what ifs. Just go for it. Give it your best, and you'll continue to learn and grow, especially if you've already have an established community or audience. Like, they're going to tell you what they want. They're going to tell you what didn't work for them. You can deploy surveys, right? Courses. Some of the courses that I do, I always, always, always give surveys, because those surveys help me collect the data and the information that I need to continue growing and getting better, refining, and making this more necessary, or what I'm going to build my next course around, right? Like, that's how you continue to build off those type of things. So that I gotta fly. I gotta get back to work. Hopefully this is helpful for you. And don't hesitate to drop questions below. Like, let me know how I can help. But figure out the topic, figure out the objectives, figure out how you want to show up, right? Video, PowerPoint, a combination of both. Screen record me going through a PowerPoint, and then choose your platform, upload it to your platform, invest in the marketing, and there you go. All right. Let me know what questions you have below, and thanks for hanging with me. Bye.